This is from Audrey. This is something that I think you have issue with, and we all do here. Is hi Karl. I've started a 1,200 calorie diet, and it includes walking every day. Is this good for me?
Oh, great. The diet that person is referring to is very trendy at the minute. We're not going to soapbox here. That's not really what we do. But in the same boat, 1,200 calories is the amount of calories a teenager should be taking in or a young child should be taking in. So that's
Right.
the volume of calories. Anyone who goes on that is going to be miserable, hungry, tired, irritable, and it's a short term solution to a longer term problem, i.e., weight loss. You will lose weight, especially combined with any activity. It doesn't have walking, running, swimming, cycling. It doesn't really matter what it is. You're creating the calorie deficit. But the idea of 1,200 calories, like, those days are gone. They're gone. Like they were in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s. But like though, no is the answer.
Yeah.
Run and run very quickly and save your cash, because once you begin to reintroduce calories back in up to a normal level, which would be 1,700, 1,800, 2,000, depending on the person, depending on their weight, all of that, around, call it 2,000, there's an 800 calorie surplus
Yeah.
that you will just put the weight back on. You don't change your habits. It becomes very much a short term quick fix. The idea of walking every day or moving every day is brilliant. Like, we should all do that and
Right.
do more of it. There is something around that with in relation to heart health, that the intensity of the movement has to go up a little bit. So if it's steady and slow, and we're chatting away like you and me are chatting now, that's movement. Where exercise has to be intense. You're working harder. You're getting slightly out of breath. You need a bit more of that.
It's hard to maintain a conversation.
Yeah, should be, or count to 10. Can you count to 10? You should be 1, 2, 3. That's where you should be.
Yeah.
If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not exercise. Exercise is more labored. It's more
Right.
intensive.
You're pulling more oxygen in.
Yeah, you're forcing the body to work. You should feel, particularly in this weather, sweaty. You should be sweating and red faced and moving, so that you're really having to work a little bit harder. So no, 1,200 calories are short term quick fix diets. They don't work in the long term for 99.9% of people. Professionals don't sell them.
Right.
Those who are qualified don't sell them. A lot of the influencers will sell them as part of their white label products that they're selling, but no, like, no. And people know this, which is the society is fascinating. They will always want a quick fix. I did a reel on it recently. They'll always want a solution which promises quick results, and it will deliver that. But the deficit is so big and the nutrient intake is so low that it's not healthy unless you're being medically supervised, which is different.
Right. And just for a picture in people's minds, 1,200 calories, is that like 2 meals? Is that like breakfast and
It's
lunch?
some small meals now. Yeah,
Okay.
it will, like, breakfast could be 300-400 calories. A snack might be another 100 calories. Lunch would be 250. A snack,
Yeah.
a very small dinner.
That's crazy.
Like, it's not a lot of food. And also, to get to that, then you're tracking, right? So you're on MyFitnessPal or whatever. So you're kind of obsessively tracking the numbers, and then you're also looking at the Instagram accounts which are targeting you with, here's 50 calories of blueberries and here's 50, all those. Yeah,
The neuroticness of it. Yeah.
it's not real wellness. So that's what I would say about it. We would never do it with a client, and don't promote it, and wouldn't advise. We actually deal with a lot of people who do those type of diets. We deal with them afterwards when they come in and they put the weight back on, and we'd like, oh, what have you done before? Oh, well, I did this before, and now I've put all the weight back on and more. And the issue with that is you're not getting the right quantity of nutrients, so you're losing muscle mass as well. So you come in with extra fat mass on than you had before, and then you have to really properly lose it and properly deal with it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that do those kind of diets, and I've seen this in the past, is that they lose weight, but they're sort of
Softer.
formless
Yeah,
because they haven't put on any muscle.
they're squishy.
Yeah.
A very technical term.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why you track muscle mass and fat mass. You look for, it's not weight is the important thing. It's muscle mass and fat mass that you have to track. Whether you're going up weight or down weight, you need to see what you're going up or down. And like, I would have seen that with the swimming I've done over the last, since I've been 6, over the last 6, 8, 9 months. I would track my weight. My weight's gone up. Well, my muscle mass has gone up. My fat mass is pretty much what it was, but my muscle mass is up by about 3.5 kgs. And that's the beauty of a smart scales, tracking it.
Yeah,
You
knowing.
can see the composition changes, and that's why if you are losing weight the right way is important.
Mm.
That there's adequate protein going in, and working with a professional is the important thing there. People are always trying to sell stuff to you. Look at where you're spending your money and spend it properly.
Perfect.